Okay guys, Miss Tiffany here, and I have a Mother's Day craft for you. We're gonna make a little hand booklet for our moms. So what you're gonna need is some paper. You can use white paper and color it. You can use colored paper if you have it. Whatever you have, you're gonna need a pencil or a marker or something to write with and trace with. You're gonna need scissors and some yarn or ribbon or whatever string, whatever you have in your house. Hole puncher. If you don't have a hole puncher, we'll have some creative solutions later as what you can do about that. And I think that was it. I think that's all that we need for this one. So go ahead, pause your video, go get your supplies, and then come back here and we'll keep going. Okay, so you guys have all your supplies ready. Now what we want is we want to end up with 6 hands, but see how all mine kind of line up nicely? That's because I did a trick. I didn't just trace my hand 6 times and cut them out. I traced my hand 1 time and I cut it out. So go ahead, trace your hand on a piece of paper. Make sure your fingers are spread nice and wide. Cut that out, pause your video, and come back when that's done. Okay, so you guys have your 1 hand traced. Now, instead of tracing my hand again, I use, this is my guide, this is my tracer. So I put it down on the paper, and I traced this one. And it's okay if you get a little marker on it or a little pencil, because this is just our tracer hand, this is our pattern. So we're gonna use that, and we're gonna trace that hand 6 times. You could trace it on color paper, you could trace it on white paper. And then you're gonna cut out each hand. If you're using white paper, then also take a minute to color your hands if you want to do that, if you don't wanna just leave them just white. So what you're gonna do again is you're gonna use your tracer, you're gonna trace 6 hands, you're gonna cut them all out, and you're gonna color them if you need to. And then you're gonna unpause your video and come back. So pause your video, do that step, and then I'll wait for you. Okay, so you guys have all 6 of your hands. I'm using my tracer hand as one of my hands just because I'm not really giving this to my mother, but you guys can use a different hand if you want to, or you can use your tracer hand, whatever you feel like doing. So our next step is we're gonna make sure all of our hands line up really nice. Make sure all the thumbs are together and stuff. If they overhang a little bit, that's fine, not a big deal. We just want to make sure that all of our fingers, we don't want to do it like this, where some of our hands are like that and some are like that. That kind of looks like a turkey. We'll save this one for Thanksgiving. So what we'll do is we'll line our hands up real nice, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take that hole puncher, once you get your hands all lined up, and you're going to punch a hole right in the bottom of the palm. You want to make sure it's not quite at the bottom because you want some space so it doesn't rip. And you're gonna punch a nice hole in there. If you don't have a hole puncher, you could ask an adult to help you with this step. I would take a pencil and go through each one and kind of poke a hole in it in about the same spot, okay? You can make it work. So go ahead, pause your video if you need to get that step done. The next thing that we're going to do is we're gonna get our ribbon and we're going to cut a piece of ribbon. I cut a long one because I can always tie it and cut it shorter if I need to. So I did one, I don't know, I'm really bad at this, probably maybe 1.5 feet, but you guys can do it however you need, but don't make it too short, because if it's too short, we can't cut off the extra. Okay, so then what you're gonna do, some of my younger guys might need someone older to help them with this, but you're just gonna string it through your hole, and you're gonna kind of put it in the middle, so it's kind of even. And then you're going to just tie a little knot. I'm just gonna do kind of like the first step of tying your shoe. I'm just gonna do that 2 times. Tie a little knot on it. Now you can cut off, you can leave the extra ribbon if you think that that's pretty. I'm gonna cut mine just a little shorter though, and leave some of it. But I do think the ribbon is pretty. And I'll make sure I pull it real tight. So now you end up with this little handbook, see? Right now it's just a color book, but we're gonna put some words on it. So we're going to write, you can write 5 things I love about my mom, or 5 reasons I love my mom, or I love my mom because. We're gonna write 5 things I love about my mom. And you guys can write the other ones if you want to, because it's really your book. So we're gonna do 5 things, THINGS, I love, LOVE, about, ABOUT, my, MY. I'm gonna write mom But if you want to write mommy, mom is M-O-M. If you want to write mommy, M-O-M, and then you're going to put a M-Y. That's mommy. Mom, mommy. Okay? If you need to pause the video here so you can copy this, that is fine. Go ahead and do that. Okay, so we have this step done. Now the rest is up to you guys. If you're a little bit younger and you don't want to try to write and you want to color or draw a picture of maybe your mom taking care of you, your mom playing toys with you, if you want to draw a picture on each hand, that's fine. If you're a little bit older and you want to write it, my kindergartners, you can use your Sound Talk. You could ask someone to help you with spelling at home if you're worried about it, but you could fill this up with anything you want. I love about my mom. She plays toys with me. I love that my mom is kind. I love that my mom loves Jesus. You can write whatever you want. She takes care of our house. I love 5 things I love about my mom. I love that my mom reads me stories at night. She's nice. However you want to put in this. Whatever makes your mom, whatever you love about your mom or your mommy. And then on the back, you can write, I love you from, and put your name, or you can write love and put your name, however you want to sign the back so she knows it's from you. Okay? Again, if you did white paper, you can color them. If you did color paper, you can color them some more too. However you want to make this special for your mom. All right, have fun. And if you need help with any of the steps, you can rewind your video. You can find an adult to sit with you and help you do this. But the main thing is just make something that is from you, that you love to give special to your mom. Okay, bye guys, have fun.